You must have drawn a dotted rangoli or a column. Created beautifully, it's an intricate pattern formed by connecting dots. So, what happens here? Each dot serves as a guide, just like transition words in writing. Would the rangoli be neat and beautiful without these dots? Absolutely not. Without those links, the design would lose its flow and beauty, much like a piece of writing without transitions. Just as the rangoli dots bring structure and elegance to overall rangoli pattern, transition words provide coherence and smoothness in writing, leading the reader effortlessly throughout the narrative. Welcome back to the 10th episode of Mini Writing Workshop. I am Pratiksha Manglekar, and in this 15 episode series, we'll improve our writing skills in just 5 minutes per episode. Today, we are going to talk about how to use transitions effectively in our writing to create a smooth and cohesive flow. Stay with me till the end of the video for our classic activity. Transitions are the bridges between your ideas. They guide your readers through your writing, helping them understand the connections between your thoughts and ensuring a smooth and logical flow from one sentence to another, just like the Rangoli. There are different types of transitions, each serving a unique purpose. Additive transitions like moreover or furthermore add more information. Contrasting transitions like however or yet show a shift in thought or a change in thought. Causal transitions like therefore or because indicate cause and effect relations, while sequential transitions like first, second, next, or last organize your information chronologically. To use transitions effectively, be clear about your purpose and choose the right transition to match. Be concise. Overusing transitions can, clutter your writing. And most importantly, be consistent to maintain a smooth flow from start to finish. Let's look at some examples. The first one, the experiment was successful, therefore, we concluded the hypothesis was correct. The transition, therefore, clearly shows the causal relationship between the two sentences. Because the experiment was successful, we concluded that the hypothesis was correct or right. In the second example, she wanted to go to the party, however, she had to finish her assignment first. However, contrast both the ideas, showing the reader's shift in thought or maybe change in decision about attending the party. Be mindful about some common mistakes. Overusing transitions, which can make your writing redundant, like a sentence you want to say that first thing that he did was open the book. Instead, you will use overuse transitions and say in the beginning, firstly he opened the book. Right? Both the both these beginning and firstly indicate the same thing. So that's a redundant idea. So avoid redundancy. Right? Don't overuse transitions. Second mistake to avoid is using inappropriate transitions. Inappropriate transitions can confuse your readers. And lastly, forcing transitions where they do not naturally fit. Okay, this can disrupt the flow of your writing and also disrupt the flow of your readers' reading. Now let's practice. Revise the given paragraph using the transitions we have discussed. Focus on enhancing clarity and creating a smooth flow from one idea to the next. Write the corrected paragraph in the comments with the hashtag mini writing workshop. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Mini Writing Workshop. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your paragraphs. I normally post videos every Thursday and Saturday, but this Saturday I will not be able to post. However, I'll be back next Thursday where we'll explore the power of figures of speech. So, stay tuned. Join me on other social media platforms. Links are in the description. Happy writing and keep shining.